If we went to trial and we lost, Gypsy would die in prison.
Countdown to, I'm gonna put a clock up and everything. Countdown to my move day. Oh my God. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so tired. I just wanted to put this little PSA, just a little public service announcement, kind of more, it's more of a reminder, you know, um, that Gypsy hated her mother and she needed a plan to get out of jail and not, get the death penalty or never leave there.
Case to look at. We had no precedent for this. And we also weren't sure that there was even a defense that we could raise. If we went to trial and we lost, Gypsy would die in prison.
Relief. At the very beginning of this, there was the question of the death penalty on the table. Ultimately, it's the best outcome for her. It's the best outcome for the state of Missouri, and ultimately the right thing to do for everybody.
That one's in this pocket.
I mean, it's a murder. There's nothing we can do about that. So, that has to be dealt with. But ultimately, when you look at the fact that at the end of that 8.5 years, which she's already done a year of that, she'll be 32 years old. She'll be 3 years younger than I am right now. So, she will actually be able to enjoy just the world.
So, and I also want to say, the very first minute she gets off parole, what does she do? What does she do? She throws Nicholas under the bus. She unintentionally manipulated Nicholas Godejohn to help her take her mother's life. Unintentionally. She didn't have bad intentions, y'all. It wasn't bad intentions. And if she unintentionally did it, it was all from her mental health at the time. His mental health didn't count. His mental health didn't come into effect. That didn't take any consideration to him doing what he did. Nope. Just her. Only her mental health matters. And that 12 jurors, his peers found him guilty, and he is exactly where he belongs. Well, let me tell you something, Gypsy. If you would have went to court, if they would have, and that same evidence that you said they all seen, that we're seeing now that's circulating, no, they didn't see half of it because his lawyer didn't show it. They didn't allow half of it to be shown. No, they didn't. But if you would have went to court and went on trial, those same 12 jurors, do you think you would have gotten only 8 years, Gypsy? Do you think you would have? I'm just curious. Boy, I got some wild hairs lately. Do you think that's what you would have got? Your lawyer didn't seem to think so. But I'm going to say this one more time. You do not plan, plot, manipulate, and pay someone to come take another person's life for 2 years, 2 years, when he begged you to run away. And you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't run away. That's not unintentional. That is straight manipulation. Girl, and I'm going to say this too. I don't know one woman, nor have I ever heard of another woman using a toothbrush other than to brush their teeth. Not make the videos that you did for Nicholas. And let's not forget, your boyfriend before that, the Comic-Con dude. What was his name again? Dan? Yes, Dan Glidewell. Also, you were pretty locally well known. You always have been. You've met tons of celebrities. You were on the news a lot. Your survivor stories, you know. So when this happened, it was a high profile case. Mike Stanfield was up for re-election. Politics do make a difference. People thought you were truly victimized because that was what your lawyer said. At first, everybody was shocked, like, oh my gosh, you can walk. Everything is not as they appear or seem to be. Look at the cops. They absolutely are floored. You got a plea deal. As we all are, dear, as we all are. And yeah, you and your geriatric buddies and others can gaslight and yell like they did this weekend. It doesn't change the fact that you did manipulate him. You did plan it. You did pay him. And you did this very exact same thing with Dan Glidewell per his testimony. He said it too. You introduced him to all this. And also, JPay, I know for a fact, does screen letters coming and going before anyone gets to send or receive a letter, email, blah, 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 blah. You're going to tell me that they absolutely let those emails go through and thought, yep, I'm going to let him threaten to unalive somebody and send them on through. No harm there. Come on. And again, I'm going to say it. I don't care what him and Dawn spoke about. It's already been said, and it was spoke about a year ago. She manipulated him to get his alter ego to come out to talk like that, just for that reason, because he was doing appeals and you didn't want him to get out. You didn't want him to have an appeal. You didn't want him to have any chance of ever getting out. You call him Voldemort. You make fun of him. You call him a monster. The monster is looking and literally gaslighting us every single day. Justice for Didi, you took your mom's life. Even your own lawyer didn't know what he was going to do until, no doctor skipping. You had Dr. Beckerman from the time you were 6 years old, 4 years old, until you were locked up. He treated you. He sent you to specialists, but he treated you. Yeah. Like I said in the previous video, you had power of attorney over your over your own self. Your mother did not. That was another lie. Another lie. She had no POA over you. Couldn't do anything with you. And everything was sent in the mail to you, not her. Again, Gypsy. No. Think about that again. You went to court and you had to go on trial, do you think you would be here today having affairs, breaking up homes, going around drunk, having nip slips, and pretending that you're a teenager out and sowing your wild oats? Girl, you sowed your wild oats back then more than I ever could have. The 150 videos alone. Holy cow. No. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely absurd. Oh, the documents also show that your mother requested your medical records from Louisiana. Yes, she did request them. She didn't just say they were lost. She filled out the proper paperwork. Nothing ever was sent to them, so I guess they really were lost. Oh, the lies. But do we expect anything less? No.